Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. Please remember this is a collective read. If it does resonate with you, please do clarify that with somebody who offers personal reads. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. Let's check right in and see what Spirit would like you to know this afternoon. Evening. Spirit, what is it you would like the collective to know at this time, please, and thank you. We've got the Star and the Upright. Renewal, healing, rejuvenation. Challenged by. We got the Empress and Temperance. I don't know why this would be a challenge. So the Star's challenge is the Empress and Temperance. We'll be clarifying all of this. What is in the subconscious, Spirit? Subconscious, please. In the subconscious. In the subconscious, we've got competitions, rivalry, and conflict, and then we've got reconciliation. So there could be making decisions. This is like territorial clashing. There's making decisions. With foresight, reconciliation. We'll be clarifying all of that. In the recent past, Jiminy Crickets, we just got all these cards coming out. So we got a Tower here in the upright. Sudden change. We got King of Pentacles, so this is wealth, business, a leader, a business leader. And we've got Queen of Swords, clear boundaries, justice. So there's a sudden insight. Alrighty then, and the intention, expectation. We got one there. We got strength in the upright. In the near future. In the near future, we've got the Chariot, but it came out, it fell out in the reverse. So there's opposition, lack of control, somebody's being aggressive, and the lens that's being looked through. Is Three of Swords. So there's optimism, a releasing of pain and moving on. Somebody doesn't want to see you go. They're getting all mad because you're letting it go. You're like forgiving and releasing. And in the environment, yeah, we've got the Six of Swords. So we've got a moving on to calmer waters. Peaceful. Go get some peace. Some sort of ending. This is releasing pain and moving on, and this is a moving on as well. So it's like all of that, all that. Okay, and then in the hopes and fears. Whoa, come on now. We got judgment. And in the outcome, we've got the Hierophant in the upright. And here we've got the Ace of Wands, High Priestess. So we got a new project, new opportunities for a High Priestess, Divine Feminine with high morals. With a Four of Wands here, a marriage, freedom, and a new contract. This puts somebody in a Nine of Swords. This contract could be with the sunny King of Cups. Huh. So we got this star here. Hope, healing, faith, spiritual fortune. The star could be coming into an evermore. Ah, there's a player up here in this star's space. And this player is the one who's challenged by this Empress, who is in a state of balance. She's in temperance energy. And she's a star. This player is all up in her space, and he's got a problem with her. He wants to bring conflict through reconciliation. So see, they want reconciliation, but it's only to bring conflict. All right, now try to get our story straight. So this Empress is seeing both sides of a situation and managing things in a very balanced and harmonious way. This player wants to bring a Five of Wands to this Empress star through the idea of reconciliation. They think this star is perfect, a perfect creator. Or it could be that they're getting creative. They're haunted. This player is haunted. This star is the perfect creator, Empress. They want to bring conflict through a reconciliation because they're haunted. And this conflict is going to be what? They want to offload their haunting onto this star. Because the star is what? A renewal, a rejuvenation. So they want to offload this haunting onto the star. In the recent past, there was a tower for somebody's business or sense of security. It could have just been that clear boundaries were placed. This ancestry, they have knowing. They know what's going on here. There's unbiased judgment happening here with this Queen of Swords. She's like, yeah, I see what's happening. And there's strength here. Intention and expectation. There's strength. So and play. Somebody's horse playing around. Somebody was horse playing around. They thought they could horse play around with somebody, but they were too strong. Or maybe there's been a show of strength against those who were horse playing around. They're aggressive and arrogant here in the near future. They're being aggressive and arrogant towards a conscientious person, a star, an empress. They're in a 5 of Wands. They're in a haunted 5 of Wands coming after a conscientious star empress. Wow. They're being careless. They want to move on. They want to release this pain that they were doing for entertainment. Or maybe the pain that those who were doing the heartbreak for entertainment, maybe you get to move on. You get to move on from those who were causing you pain for entertainment. And then in the environment, you got move on again, going to calmer waters. Yeah, a change. A change. Judgment is being called. And self-preservation. The Hierophant's here. Limelight. Oh, and evermore. Look at that. Evermore. And this is the Ace of Wands. So you've got desire. Ooh, desire. Potential beginnings, new opportunities, and growth. And then you got this High Priestess. So there's sacred knowledge. Evermore. You don't have to do anything. Or maybe you didn't do anything to defend yourself. Maybe you didn't do anything to defend yourself at all. Except you remained optimistic through all the drama. That's pretty much all you did. You just like, man, I gotta just try to be happy because this is just crap. What do you do? Somebody keeps slinging crap at you. I don't know, man. Eventually you got to try to find the humor in it, because otherwise you're just going to sink into some sort of shitty despair. And nobody wants to do that. That's not a good place to be. I mean, and you don't really know that until you actually get there, and then you waller around in it for a while, and then you decide you don't want to be there anymore, and so you decide you got to do the work. Because that's the only thing that's going to change it. And you decide that sometimes, you know, laughter is the best medicine. So we've got the star and the player here, right up next to each other in this central energy. What's happening with that? What's going on here, Spirit? What's going on, Spirit? A player, a mature woman. One of them is a mature woman. I'm going to stick it with the player. Because we got the Empress here, which is a star, which is rejuvenation and renewal, which tells me it's probably going to be, you know, a more vibrant individual rather than a mature woman. So I could be wrong. But the Empress is seeing both sides of a situation here in the balanced temperance energy. That's got this player challenged. Because they didn't get a wish fulfillment. They're haunted. They're in a Five of Wands. They want to bring a Five of Wands to this star Empress who's seen as perfect, this creator. They want to have a reconciliation, but it's only because they're haunted and they want to bring conflict. They're a false person. And this star Empress is high honor. In the recent past, there's a tower, and so there's like an upheaval, chaos to somebody's security. Somebody's being cold, very direct. And then we've got like academics, like teachings, things that have been learned, things that had been learned through the ancestry. This is like traditional knowledge, things that had been passed down through generations. This is just the way it's done, and this is the way it's always been done, and this is the way it'll always be done, and whatever. I mean, so that's what you got there. But there's a tower to all of that. It's crumbling. Poverty. So this King of Pentacles is, there's poverty now. Justice, independent, unbiased judgment is coming to this King of Pentacles, and they're facing poverty. It could be this. It could be the wealth of this entire ancestral line for horse playing around with those who had to become strong, or those who were strong. Hiding messages, hiding knowledge, hiding information, hiding important documents, hiding identities, anything that could be written down and sealed up and delivered. They were and they still may be horse playing around with documents. Because they're facing poverty. They may think that they have a strong defense or something, but they're out of control. They're aggressive and arrogant regarding this conscientious person. It could be that this conscientious person is strong, and that's what's causing this tower. A mature man is aggressive and arrogant right now, being careless, out of control. This mature woman is a player, didn't get a wish fulfillment. Wow. So there's a moving on from these people who were entertaining themselves by causing pain. They weren't able to end this. They weren't able to end this for you. So you're moving on. They couldn't end you. And you got moving on here twice. You're going to release the pain and you're going to move on. Woo! there's a change, and it's a marriage. It's a marriage. Judgment is being called. You were able to preserve yourself. You survived. You were strong. And this is in the courthouse. Judgment is being called. This is in the courthouse right now. Because you were able to survive. I don't think these ones thought you were going to survive. And they had it in the bag. You threw a kink in everything by keeping your mind and your body and your house and your thoughts and all of that clear and clean, by managing yourself in a good way that was balanced and harmonious, by purifying your surroundings, your mind, your essence, your energy. You survived. You were able to self-preserve. And now this is in the courthouse. Judgment is being called. The Hierophant's here right now. And this is in the limelight. That could be the Most High God himself. This is in the limelight. There's a courtship coming up. Of course, there's imposters, you know. Yeah, great fortune. The Hierophant's here in the limelight position. There's a great fortune, a great spiritual fortune. Sudden wealth. Main male. There could be a wealthy man who's working really hard to get into the thoughts of this main female. Or it could be that this main male is a wealthy man. And he might be thinking about the work that he's going to be doing with the main female. So he's thinking about her. That's kind of cool. So you got the star here, and right next to the star is this mature woman who's a player. There's acceptance, accepting the things that cannot change. There was no wish fulfillment for this mature woman. This Empress is here looking at both sides of a situation and in the temperance energy, and that challenges this mature woman who's a player, who has to accept things that they cannot change. Didn't get a wish fulfillment. Pride. They're in their pride. They didn't get a wish fulfillment. They're in their pride. They want reconciliation because they're being haunted and they're a false person, and they want to bring competition still. They don't want to stop competing. They're under judgment. They don't want to stop competing. With this Empress star who is a perfect creating things to perfection, or who is seen as a high honor creative being doing things perfectly. I don't know. I mean, perfection is here with creativity. So whatever they're working on is a high honor project. Oh. They weren't able to stop something. And they're under judgment. They're facing poverty. There's a tower. There's a disaster to this business, to this wealth. It's unbiased judgment. It's justice. So you got judgment and justice. Judgment. Judgment. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So they're in poverty. So they're finding their courage. They're horse playing around with messages or something. They're horse playing around with the messages of an honest, with a strong and honest person who's conscientious, who's courageous, high honor. This mature man is being aggressive and arrogant. Because he failed. Because he failed. There's a moving on from these entertainers. They weren't able to end you. They weren't able to put an end to you. You're going to release the pain. You're going to move on. You're going to forgive. As releasing is another way to think that, or think about forgiveness, is just to release something. So yeah, you're going to release those who were entertaining. They were coming after you in entertainment, but they weren't able to end you. They thought it was fun to come after you, and now they're worried. They weren't able to end you, and now they're worried. Because you're moving on. You're going to go recover. And in the environment, you have a Six of Swords. So again, moving on. There's a change. Leaving this behind, this baggage. You're going to move on to calmer waters. There's a relationship. It's an ending of all of this. Yeah, there's a change in a marriage. Growth, expanding consciousness and awareness. This change is going to be really good. It's going to offer growth and expansion. No more stagnation for you. Judgment is being called. You were able to preserve yourself by managing yourself in a conscientious fashion, by being honest. You displayed great strength with all this horseplay, and they were hiding information. You didn't know anything. You had no information whatsoever. But you had courage, and you had honesty, and you had strength. You had a clean house. You loved your life. You found your self-love. And you nurtured yourself. When the whole world crapped on your head, you said, well, I'm going to go nurture myself then. Yeah, judgment is being called here. They did everything they could to knock you out of balance. And you had to self-preserve through that. You had to self-preserve through that. They did everything they could to knock you out of balance. And you self-preserved. And judgment is being called on that. It's in the courthouse right now. There's going to be a change. The Hierophant is here in a limelight position with a great fortune. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. This came out in the reverse. Somebody is not acknowledging their fear. They're denying their fear. Or maybe they haven't been denied, because it's denial, right? So denial, but it came out in the reverse. So it could be that this Hierophant is here and he's not denying this union, a great fortune and a limelight position. The Hierophant isn't denying this union. That's what that is. This union is strong. This union is honest. This union is conscientious, courageous, seeing both sides of a situation fairly. High honor. Service. I feel good when I can help others. It's a high honor union. Aww. With peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Oh. That's what that is. They're not being denied. No denying it. So the player and the star are learning to accept the things that they cannot change. Somebody's being a little stubborn. This mature woman player is being stubborn still. Has to learn how to accept the things that cannot change. They're in their pride. They didn't get their wish fulfillment. They're still wanting to bring conflict. Both sides of this situation are being looked at, and the Empress is here in a temperance energy. And this mature woman is stressed out, being haunted, mentally haunted, for whatever it was that she got herself wrapped up in. Judgment is here. They want to bring reconciliation, but they're haunted. This false person is haunted. And they only want to have reconciliation so they can bring conflict, because they weren't able to bring an end to this. They're a false person. There's no reconciling with somebody who doesn't really want reconciliation. So this star Empress was courageous in the recent past. And was honest and strong through all of this horseplay that was going on. So there's a tower coming for this wealth, this business leader. They're facing poverty now. Clear and unbiased judgment and justice independent is being served for this ancestral line. that taught people a specific way of doing things, perhaps, a method of horseplay, hiding messages, hiding information, hiding details, hiding lineage, hiding ancestry, hiding identities, hiding family, hiding family. They martyred somebody and tried to take them out, and they failed. They survived by keeping their mind and their heart and their thoughts and their body, their energy. Reformatted their stinking thinking so that they could come and pull up out of this. It's difficult, man, when you've got implants, when you get haunted and you have implants in your mind of just revolving doors of negativity, you know, negative talk, negative self-talk and such. That's horrible word magic, man. It's really hard to clear that up, to break that pattern, to cut off those highways in the mind and reroute new thought pathways. It's a challenge, and it's not easy when you got a bunch of people working against you. Yeah, again, they couldn't bring an end to you. You're honest and you're strong. They couldn't bring an end to you. They hid you, your family, and they hid you, and they martyred you. They cursed you. They cursed you. They horseplayed. They wore masks, pretended to be you, because they wanted your gift. They wanted your star quality. They wanted your empress self. They wanted to absorb you. They collaborated about it. Wow. They're your family, man. You might have prayed, cleaning your house. You might have, while everybody was trying to take you out, you grew closer to God. Or whatever your higher power is to you, you found that within you. You found that outside of you. You grew a relationship with that, and you got busy cleaning up your house. Mental, physical, energetic, everything. And you reached your goal. You reached your goal. You healed. And now you get to move on. Those who weren't able to end you, they're worried now. They weren't able to end you here. They weren't able to end you here. They weren't able to end you here. We got death in the reverse twice and coffin in the reverse once. They could not take you out for nothing. Because you got a vow with spirit. You are highly loved and protected. It's very clear. And you're moving on again. See, moving on, 3 of Swords reversed. Moving on, recovery, releasing the pain. And in the environment, you got a 6 of Swords, a transition, moving on, leaving it behind, releasing that baggage. A change, a marriage, expanding consciousness and awareness. You got ritual here. It could be that you may learn, expanding consciousness and awareness, it could be that you learn about the mystery. You're loved by spirit, and it could be that you start learning about the mysteries of, the great mystery. Not just ritual, but the, like the blueprint of life stuff, a rebirth, a complete rebirth. There is judgment here. They knocked you out of balance, or the fear is that you might be knocked out of balance. Somebody tried to knock you out of balance. But there's judgment being called on those who knocked you out of balance. And it's in the courthouse. You were able to self-preserve. That's the hope. It's in the courthouse. They see that you were able to self-preserve while being knocked out of balance. And it could have been through this ritualistic abuse. But it also could be that you're going to be expanding your consciousness and awareness through the mysteries, in the near future. You passed a whole bunch of tests, and maybe this is your fate. The Hierophant's here in a limelight position. You got a great fortune, and he's not denying this union. He's not denying this union. Oh, look at that. We got self-love. And that's not ego. That's not pride. That's self-healing. That's being independent. That's being able to stand on your own 2 feet and manage your thinking and cultivate the flowers, of that inner song, that sweetness that belongs to the spirit, to the soul of our essence, It's beautiful. So these ones, they have an idea. They have the idea that they're going to be able to bring conflict to this, but that's just in their imagination. That's just fantasy. You're coming into a new promise, or you may have been promised a new profession. And you're ready. You're ready. This is your reward. Those who tried to rob you are facing confinement. There's evidence of damage that they've done and losses that they've caused you. It could be that their friends are furious. Maybe somebody had an accident. They're being embarrassed. And they're being stopped. Eternal love wins! Yay! Yay! All right, everyone. Well, I like this one. This is a nice story. I hope you like it too. And I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll see you on the next one.